Hey guys, I want to talk about a important subject as always today, and I think that this subject is such a big deal because it's the answer to every problem in your life. It's training. I'm going to ruin the surprise here. So I will usually get a story of, hey man, we got this problem, and it's this thing going on, and our sales are low because people aren't buying. Actually, this morning alone I had two guys say that sales are low because we have too many oil changes, not enough broke cars. That was one guy. And the other guy is like, sales are low because the people are cheap and they don't have any money. I said, okay, let's go through your tickets. The first guy, okay, oil changes, yeah, you got a ton of them, you're not wrong. And yeah, broke cars, you got about 40 this week. Normally you get 45 by this time in the week. But wait a minute, why are your sales so low? Why are you only tracking, 40,000 something or 50,000 something? So we went through it and we found out that his broke car average repair order, instead of being 1,200 is what it's normally been, it's about 700 for new and about 800 for return. So therefore he's losing 400 on return cars per car, $400 per car on every return broke car. He's not closing because close ratio is only 32%, and on the new cars was only 29% close ratio. So I said, okay, wait a minute, I understand you don't have enough broke cars, 5 less, which is roughly like 12%, 13% less broke cars, but your sales are lower by 30%. So that doesn't add up. So there's got to be something else going on. It's not the number of broke cars the reason why your sales are low. It's because your freaking close ratio is low. So what does that have to do with not having broke cars? Nothing. It has everything to do with you're not following the sales process, right? You're probably too slow, probably not prepping right. You just got a bad presentation, selling the wrong items, selling too many things at once, whatever it is. But it has nothing to do with your amount of broke cars, because close ratio is something that is completely in the control of the sales team and really the whole team, because the techs always play a huge role in how many sales get, because it's how fast they're inspecting cars, or how much they're inspecting, or how properly they're inspecting, meaning you guys know the drill on that, the right item, the right time, the right size, right, the right speed, the right presentation. When you do those 5 things, your close ratio is going to be fine. But when you run a 29% close ratio, don't come to me and say, hey man, we need more broke cars. No, you don't. What am I going to do with more broke cars? You can have another 29% close ratio on those. So what's the answer? The answer is we need more training. We need more training. The team wasn't doing their job. The problem is we get the right symptoms, we get the symptoms right, but we get the diagnosis wrong. Right? Car's misfiring, well, it needs a wheel bearing. It doesn't need a wheel bearing, man. What does that do with a misfire? Well, the same thing happens in our shop. Sales are low. Well, the market sucks. Come on, man. It's not the freaking market. It's never the market. We're in high-income areas. Nobody comes to Troy, Michigan and expects to not pay for things. I'm going to go to Troy because I'm going to save a lot of money. Come on, nobody does that. Nobody's like, let's go to Troy so we can get a discount. Like, come on, man, nobody does that. So it's not your customers, and it's not our marketing, right? And I got one guy on this team. He's actually a high-ranking guy. I'm not going to name him, but he always is like, we need to do more marketing. We need you to do more marketing, brother. I haven't changed our marketing barely in the last 13 years. Why? Because it works. It works. I get 150 cars to 160 cars new, roughly, every single month for the last 12 years. I'm not breaking it. Don't tell me you need more marketing. What you need is to work on your systems, because the months where you kill it is because you're following your systems. The months where you suck, because you don't follow your systems. It isn't rocket science. I've said this to you, all of you, 1,000 times. So what do you do when you have a bad month or a bad week? Surprise, surprise, more training. Close ratio is low, more training. Right? Don't know how to pitch items, more training. You're too slow, more training. Right? The answer is always going to be more training. Can't get enough cars in because you're not saying yes, more training. So when you have a close ratio problem, more training on sales, more training on pitching the right item, more training on making sure you're prepping the ticket, more training on sitting down and really getting the customer's concern, more training on speed of service, getting that car in fast and calling the customer on time. I promise you right now, that shop wasn't putting down times on the board. Promise you right now. They're probably not hitting times, which is destroying their close ratio, because we know literally half of sales is just getting it right on speed. You call your customer that dropped off their car within 40 minutes, your chances of closing that ticket now just doubled. Now they may still say no because you pitched the wrong item and you didn't prep the ticket and you sounded like a nervous Sally on the phone, nervous Nancy. But because you call them fast, chances are they may have a much higher proclivity to buy versus when you don't call them on time. I mean, this we've done the research on this, guys, and I've sold auto repair for 18 years. I'm telling you, timing is everything, followed by make sure you address their concern. If they came in for a squeak, don't try to sell them a tune-up. Right? If their brakes are squeaking, please take care of the brakes. Don't pitch too much at once. Don't go for a 1300 right out of the gate. I see a lot of you guys do that. You get a little cocky because you have a hot streak and you're like, oh, I don't need these systems. And then you blows up in your face the next day because it just doesn't work like that. And then, of course, you know, making sure that you address the system, which we already talked about, right speed, right time, right part, and right presentation, which is you pitch the ticket and you plan it on the work order. I promise you, that guy, that 29% close ratio, are not planning every ticket like they're supposed to. They're not putting it down. They're not putting a plan down in the back of the work order. They're not auditing each other. They're not passing the sale to the next guy. They're not doing any of that, and then they want to talk about the freaking market. I don't know what to tell you. More training is the right answer. It will always be the right answer. It'll never not be the right answer. And as managers, leaders, and honestly, all of you guys in the company, the answer is going to be go back to the basics, call each other out when you're not following the basics, and do more one-on-ones with your people. Guys, I'm telling you right now, we need to stop worrying about being great and just start worrying about being good. McDonald's does not give a crap about having the best burger in the planet. What they care about is having the most consistent burger on the planet. And if you can't be consistently great, then just be consistently good. And I'm telling you right now, if you are consistently good, it beats the hell out of anyone who's great every now and then. Stop being great every now and then and start being good all the time. Individually, as a team, if your basics are followed, you will crush anybody in business. 2 fat guys, block to the right, and 5 yards every single play. That's all we need. No more fancy plays, no Hail Marys, no pitch it to the receiver, he throws it to the quarterback, and then you fumble the ball, and it's just a shit show at the end of the day. All that matters is you just get consistent yardage. We're going to stick to basics. Get 5 yards every time, block to the right, run the ball every time, pass it every now and then, and just consistent yardage. And you're going to smoke your company. You're going to wear down the market. You're going to wear down your competitors. And that customers comes in and they know they're going to get that mediocre burger every single time, and they will pay you a lot of money. And by mediocre, I just mean they know what to expect. They're going to get that call within 40 minutes. They're going to get that right item pitched in the right size in the right way. They're going to get that phone answered every single time the same way. And I'm telling you, the answer will always be you're not doing the right things, which is why your sales are low, which is why your people are not doing what they're supposed to. You just need more training. Get back to the basics and be good every single time. And the answer is always more training. It's never the market. It's never your customer. It's never COVID. It's never this. It's never that. Dude, we made money during COVID. Give me a break. So please don't be that guy that says it's something wrong with the system. You just don't know how to use it. So get better, get trained on it, and get it done. Promise you will always win because you're consistent and you keep training.